I work on a lot of crafting projects, and I always end up with a lot of odds and ends that I really don't want to throw away, and I wanted to show how I organize them. I bought this container at the Container Store, and I think it's actually for organizing photographs, but I use it to put my odds and ends in there. Now, these are all little pieces of supplies that I either had cut too many of or I didn't end up using them. And I just wanted to show you all of the different things that I save. These were little embellishments that I put around my mermaid's waists. That was hair that I used on some of my mermaids, and these are all little petals from flowers that I sometimes use for wings. Those Christmas trees were from a ornament that I actually don't often make, but I love it. It's called my quilt shop ornament. So I don't want to throw those little things away because a lot of times I need something small. Now here's another velvet trim that I made that is in black that I didn't want to throw out either. These are wings. They're made from lace. These are halos that I made. Now this is a necklace that I made using photo paper that I stamped with alcohol inks. And I love this necklace, but I never could quite make it work as a necklace that I could sell, but I just love it. So what's in here? Oh, here's something you never want to be short on. Santa Claus legs. These I put into my chimney ornament, Santa coming down the chimney ornament with a light in it. And here's my next box. These are little mittens that I cut out that I use on my mermaids. That's mermaid's hair. And a few little odds and ends. Don't know what that stick is doing in there. Oh, this is heavy duty foil. Tooling foil, it's called. That's the best thing ever. It's like precious to me. Never want to throw that out. Some little shells that I picked out that are small. Here's something you never want to be without. A chimney. Never know when I'm going to need a chimney. And some trims that I honestly don't know what they're doing in there because I have a separate bin for trims, but they're in there. So here's the next box. These are some trims that I can't get anymore. There used to be a nice shop in a town close to me that I got these. This is one of my favorite ones, the ball trim that I painted gold. I use that on a lot of different things. Here are some wings that are actually little leaves. These are little garlands that I used on an ornament that I make, which is the fireplace ornament. That's something that didn't work out too well, but I didn't want to throw it out. These little wires are from stamens, and I find a lot of use for those. Here's some wings and some crowns that I made. These are tiny little bells that I use in my felted sheep ornaments. I attach them to the string so they're ready to go. Oh, these tiny little bits of garland, I use those quite a bit, so I never want to throw those out, even though they're so small. A lot of times I'm looking for a tiny little piece like that. So I just go through this box and I find exactly what I need in here. So these are some trims. The bag there is filled with little sample trims, this one here, that have shells on them that I ordered from a company. Those are little buttons that are from a sample pack of felted wool that I thought was really cute, the buttons. This is trim I love, never quite found a use for it, just love it though. Here are some other odd and end trims, those little white boucle yarns I use on mermaids. This is craft text, that's for another video. These are, who knows what that is. I'm sure I'll find a use for that. And little tiny books. That's what's in that one. And here's some trim that I got. This is that for real trim that I actually trimmed back. Here's a little musical notes, some pieces of velvet. Here's some bells I didn't know I had. Those are hard to find. And little musical notes I use for a mermaid. Here's mermaid's hair. And little buckles that I made. These are tiny instruments that I made for an angel ornament. These are extras. Look at that little ukulele. So cute. Black velvet trim that I made. Little seahorses and shells that I made, ceramic, that are out of ceramics. And oh, these little wires, I find so many uses for those. Those come off of my stamens. These are some crowns that I made using crystals and another crown and just some other odds and ends in there. Some shells that have holes in them. And that last box that's missing, I had to look around for it, but here it is. And this is a trim that I also cannot find anymore. They don't make it anymore, that's why. And this is like precious to me, so I hardly ever use it. All right, well, that's it. See you next week.